do y'all is coffee back at it, man, and we saw a major break in the news cycle the other day, man, with Thugger taking that plea. I'm still shocked by it, man. I can't believe he went that far and took the plea and the way the sentence, like he's home, time served at the end of the day, but the sentence is backloaded in such a way in the stipulations. I don't know, man. It's wild to me. Let me know what you think about it, man. But we see Kevin Liles among everyone reacting to this. This is major news, man. So many people are happy to see Doug home, man. Even though it wasn't the feds, it was still a RICO. There was still a lot of years, and again, he still got a lot of years to serve out, man. I don't know, man. People always say probation's a trap. Again, share your thoughts, but check it out. Kevin Liles, who I believe is still CEO of 300. Aside from that, he's been in the game for the longest time. Billy Joel voice, right? And he's reacting here. You see him sharing these two pics of him with Duggar, man. You know what I mean? We know Duggar was involved with 300. And he says, on God, words can't express the incredible happiness and relief I feel to learn of Jeffrey's freedom. There will be a time to discuss the criminalization of hip hop lyrics and the use of bond denial as a weapon against defendants. Let's pause there for a second, man. Comment what you guys think about that, what he said. Criminalization of music is something, we've been hearing and discussing many a times. It's hit the news. The lyrics used as evidence, or if not flat out evidence, ways to link social media posts as well. Oh, back in this day, it looked like he was throwing this setup, or he's in a flick here with such and such, and the background is red, and he said this on this track. You know what I mean? To tie everything together. That's no new narrative, right? But bond denial, right? Bond denial. It's always easier and way more comfortable, of course, to fight a case as a free man rather than behind that wall. Isn't that wild too if you think about it, man? When you go to trial, even if you've been locked up the whole time, right? The jury cannot see you in them oranges or yellows or whatever fucking color, the tans, khakis, whatever color the county jail rocks where you're housed at or whatever facility, right? They can't see you like that. They got to see you in regular clothing. You know what I'm saying? It can poison the jury's mind and make them see you as a criminal when they see you shackled up and in that jail uni like that. But a lot of these cats are locked up. It's interesting. But we saw that like right now with Diddy. And the way that they did it with Diddy, obviously, is they say, yo, he's tampered with witnesses in the past, Your Honor. It's key, to carrying out justice in its purest form, which this is just me going on. I don't know if that's not a quote, you know what I mean? But like, hey, we got to keep him locked up. He'll tamper with the witnesses. Like Duggar was denied bond so many times as well, and it's so crazy, man. Certain states have changed the laws on bails, book and release. I mean, even on a lower scale, it's fucked people up. Where, say, someone who's never been in jail before, we're talking a regular working stiff gets locked up for, I don't know, some BS. Let's say they get in a bar fight. They never been to jail before. They work, they got a job, but they live by themselves. I'm just giving out a scenario, right? And they don't have the means to set it all up because they keep to themselves. They don't have someone they can get on the jack to go holler at the, bondsmen, do this, that, and the third. Although I've heard nowadays there's a lot of bondsmen you can just holler at, but still, you don't got someone to put everything in play for you. So while you're sitting behind the wall, right, with a misdemeanor, you don't want to lose your job because you're locked up or something like that. So you plea out to some misdemeanor. You're not familiar with the legal system, and now you got something on your record, right? So then next time if something else happens, you're not someone who's never been charged with something, or you cop out to some bull-ish and you're not sure what's going to happen. They're just letting you know they're going to let you go home, but then you got these crazy probation stipulations and work program to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's on a lower scale, but I've seen that happen. You know what I mean? Let me know if something like that's ever happened to you. But bond denial, Kevin Liles is saying right here, it's used as what he say, as a weapon against defendants. It's mental warfare in a sense. But hit the comments about that. But he says, but in this moment, everyone should feel nothing but joy that is amazing. Artist and even better man can hug his children, parents, siblings, and other loved ones tonight. And something else about that I was saying too. Would Dugga have took that plea if bond denial wasn't used against him? Because again, that's what was so shocking to me is he took it so far. We've seen so many people fold, flip, uh, you know, strike deals with the prosecutors, rat, get on their YSL Woody vibes. You know what I mean? Thugger took it all the way this far. The longest trial ever in the state of Georgia, the clown show I was calling it. Like I really thought we were on our way to a mistrial. So it's so shocking to see him do it. Would he have did it if he had been free all this time? I'm gonna say I don't think so. Let me know your take. He says we must always remember artists aren't fictional characters on stage. They're human beings first. God bless Jeffrey and his family. Hashtag family business. And he tags Thugger1, Young Stoner Life Records, YSL. Mac Phipps official in the comments, 100. And Chuck D, praying hands. And Mac Phipps knows a thing or two about being locked up. You guys remember that situation? That was so crazy. Mac Phipps, an innocent man, locked up. Do y'all know that there was someone, I believe, that went down there and confessed to the crime that Mac Phipps was locked up on? Man, yo, Louisiana, just SC Murder, man, they have a long history of locking up rappers. And some people say C Murder's guilty, some people say not. You talk about things poisoning the mind of the jury or what would be the jury pool or whatever, right? There's that footage unrelated to the case that C Murder is convicted on where he was busting shots on um, video. They kicked him out the club or whatever. He opened that door and was like, pop, pop, pop. You know what I mean? So people are like, see, Murder must have did it. He must have bodied that fan. I don't know. You guys can comment your thoughts about all these cases across the board. I'm intrigued. You know what I mean? That's what this platform's about. If you're new, is having that good coffee talk and convo, chopping it up with y'all, the good people of the blogosphere in the comments on music, news, sports, and a lot of other topics we touch on this platform. You know what I mean? So subscribe, hit them buttons in the comments. But yeah, man, Mac Phipps, the governor, commuted his sentence or changed it or whatever. They didn't vacate the conviction or anything. It said we're gonna let this man go home. Do you know it took a whole year for that to happen? You know what I'm saying? Just like there was a guy in Buffalo, New York, right? There was this bike path bike path rapist who was a sick, disturbing sack of ish who was violating women on bike paths and things like that. And it's kind of wild too. We talk about the Central Park Five, some other individuals, whose name didn't get cleared till much later. There's a lot of people out there that still, press the line saying them dudes are guilty when the other guy came clean about it, right? But but anyways, this bike path rapist, when DNA hit the scene, they were like, damn, we have the wrong man in custody. Okay, do you guys know this? The guy that they let out, when he got out, and same thing with him. It wasn't like, oh, okay, we got the wrong guy, let's let him go. It for the court process and everything that had to happen to let that man be a free man. It took months. I don't know if it was like a flat out year. Like Mac Phipps, for real, sat behind bars for like another fucking year. It was wow, man. It was like, are you serious? This is crazy, man. Like the governor is saying he believes this man is innocent and, puts in for him to get out. I believe it was the governor, someone with some real pull, some real power, some real juice. And it still took the man a year like that. Like Louisiana is crazy. But back to what I was talking about with the dude in Buffalo, it took months and a bunch of time. Had to pass a bunch of court proceedings and whatnot had to happen, and Do you know the man that they let out had been in jail for so long, and on top of it, with some sick charges on his jacket? An offender, a deviant. You know what I mean? A demonic entity. You know what I'm saying? That violates women, a wicked demon, as we call them on this platform. So he was behind the wall all that time with that kind of jacket falsely on him. When they let the man out finally, again, he had to sit longer. Do you know that this dude couldn't function in the real world to the point? I think he almost, I'm not positive on this, but I'm pretty sure he went back and told him, yo, throw me back in prison. Like, I can't do this. I don't know what ended up happening. I can't recall, but it was something tragic and sad, and it shows the flaws and holes in the legal system. So there you have it, man. Kevin Liles, welcoming Thugger home, bringing up some interesting points about the criminal justice system, bond denial being used as a weapon. Once again, um, lyrics and music being criminalized. Let's talk about all that, as well as, like I said, Mac, Phipps, C Murder, all that. Let's see what people are saying in the comments. Here's my son, NY General, someone who I am a fan of, his music and the work that he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to use his power and platform for good. I see him catching a lot of heat with the whole election season drama going on and all that. People are saying, "Oh, you sold out," as his tagline catchphrase is "sold not for sale." But I fuck with my son. I respect his movement and what he does. I don't get into all the political ish. But he says you was 10 toes. Salute. Someone says to him, a strong reason why Thug came home. Uh, Mo Dollar says, Allah, the greatest. E40 in there. Just throwing up some emojis, celebrating. Dragon in there. Mac Phipps, we already said. Uncle Luke, congrats. Chuck D, we already said. Mero, I believe from Jesus and Mero. Man, what a shame they broke up, man. They were bringing quality content forever, and I don't know, man. It's wild when you see. Is that the same Mero or no? Nah, is that Mero from the kid? Let's click on it and find out from Jesus and Mero. I'll flirt with them if I can. I'm trying to click it. Nah, that ain't him. That's someone else. I don't know that Mero. Only Mero I know is Mero of Jesus and Mero, and Wildman Mark Merrill from Buffalo, New York, also known as Johnny B. Bad. That's the only Merrills I know the most. But he said, "Welcome home," or whatever. The most solid in the game. Thank you, Kev. You was the first on stand, which he did show up. I recall Kevin Liles really was 10 toes down. He was there trying to do everything he could to free Thugger, you know, to be there and speak of his character. And you know what I mean? I forgot about that, man. Kevin Liles really stood by Thugger like this is real love, man. Young Stoner Life Records throwing up them green hearts, for the slime. What do they call them? The slime? I forget. But hit the comments, y'all. You're the perfect example of how all executives in a leadership role should be. We're all happy Doug is home. Daryl M. Smith, amen. God is good. Bless up, bro. No words can express how we feel. I'm not missing that first concert. So, and then 300 with the hundreds and Zab Judah in there praying in strength. Now, that's something I want to talk about. I touched on in another video. I'll leave it in the comments below. I'm wondering what Thugger's career is going to look like from here. Like I said, this sentence, he's home, but it's heavily backloaded. What is it? 12 years of probation. If he completes that, he's good money. But if not, I want to say don't he got like 45 on the end? So he could do 20 something behind the wall or maybe more if he violates, and he's banned from Metro Atlanta. He's got to do the stipulations are just crazy. I'll link a video I did on it. I wonder how that's gonna translate into what his career will be looking like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I was surprised to see Thugger I really can't believe he took this plea. He took it thus far. He takes the plea. I don't know. Like, I really thought this case was going to get thrown out sooner or later, that we were going to see a mistrial. Like, was there something else that the prosecutors had? Like, some kind of secret weapon or smoking gun, you know, metaphorically speaking? Like, I don't know. It's just wild, man. Because I feel like I said, I thought the case was going to get thrown out numerous times, but even if it didn't say he did lose, I thought he had great grounds for appeal. But I don't know. Thugger pled out. What are you gonna do? I just can't believe it. Like, I cannot express that enough. That really shocked me. So there you have it, man. It's Coffee signing out once again. Hit them buttons, hit them comments, chop it up with me, Kevin Liles, who was 10 toes down with his artist Jeffrey, aka Young Thug, who he has nothing but love for. Was at court, was fighting for his artist. He said, "Welcome home," but the criminalization of music and bond denial is a weapon. Mac Phipps, C Murder, all that, the legal system. Let's discuss it all. Thanks for watching, subscribing. I'm about you, y'all. Catch you on the next one. Peace.